Not even sure how to get this in frame completely, but anyway. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. As you probably read from the title, we're going to be unboxing some Frostbite products here. Ordered 2 rods, 2 reels. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. You're going to see for yourself. Sometimes what Frostbite will do is they'll send them separately in different packages. I hope everything's in here, but I could be wrong, to be perfectly honest. But let's check it out. Coming all the way from, should be Woodland, Ontario, I believe. Ancaster, Ontario. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Got my trusty buck knife today. I'm probably opening this completely wrong. There is the first reel. Well, one of 2, it's gonna be the same thing. That is the Diesel 1000 size reel. Sweet. There's the first reel. I see a rod as well. Oh, there's the second reel. Again, Diesel 1000 size reel. We have both of our handle huggers, the black, so you probably know what kind of rod I got. And rod numero 2. First off, I'm very happy with the fact how they package everything. This looks like it was nicely packaged and shipped out. I guess I better be careful. Nicely packaged. I'm gonna have to worry about the tip. I'm actually gonna save that little black piece there for traveling, but that's just a nice protective tip. I like that. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is the first rod. Hope you can see that. That is the 39 medium light drench. And I went with the Vanta Black. Oh my goodness. Okay, so like I said, if you stick around for a little bit, I'll go into depth of why I went with this rod. But first off, that is absolutely incredible. All the eyelets look good. Wow, unbelievable. Wow, my goodness. What's nice about these is it's titanium guides. Well, I mean, it's a fiberglass rod, but it's also titanium guides. That was a big thing for me, because this is going to be a rod I want to have for a long time and be able to beat it up just a little bit. So a little bit of context, my friend has this exact rod. I've used this before with the Diesel, so it was kind of a no-brainer to pair it up with the Frostbite reel. That feels amazing. Super light compared to my other rods, which I'll show you after. The drench is very popular for most people just because of how it has a nice backbone. It's super sensitive towards the tip. I don't even have a line through this thing yet, and I could just tell. That is super sensitive. Sorry, Caden, had to copy you with the rod, but that is the first rod. 39 medium light Vanta Black drench. Now, let's get into the second one. Now, if you guys have been watching my videos for a while, and you see where I tend to fish and what I tend to fish for, this rod might not come as a surprise to you. Yeet. Wow, that is an absolute stick. Again, black part off. Wow. Wow, I'm so hyped. Unreal. So, for the second rod, I went with the 39 medium digger. As you can probably tell from the setup here, I like to walleye fish. This feels insane. So the big difference between this and the True Grit, it's really that this has a little bit more of a backbone as far as I'm aware of, and just a little bit more stiff. More of a powerhouse of mediums, but wow, that feels nice. That feels like an absolute weapon. So this will be used a lot for my vertical hyper hammer TTs, my jig and wraps. Well, I guess it is gonna be vertical, that's a stupid thing to say. Very much so with more of a even coffin spoons, buckshots, heavier jigs. When I say heavier, like 1/4 to 3/8. More tungsten. I like the tungsten jigs now, but oh my goodness, that feels awesome. So those are the 2 rods. So I went with the 39 for both, just because I want to have identical rods and I want to have them one in each hand and have them working very similar. I want them to feel exactly the same distance away from the hole, so that's why I went with both of these. My first choice probably would have been the True Grit, but it was sold out in the Vantablack, so why is my doorbell ringing? Now we're gonna open up the Diesel as well. Beautiful. I love it. Why is my phone going crazy? With the Vantablacks, obviously, since it is not gonna have the real seat inserts, you're gonna have to put on some handle huggers here. That will be for another day. Now with reels, I don't usually spend as much with ice fishing just because you don't really need to. I was considering going all out and getting like a Stradic or a Vanford, but I'm like, no, this is gonna be on the rod forever, so why spend $300 on a reel that I can't even move around to other rods for open water and such? So I went with the Diesels. With the newer reels, generally what happens is to attach the actual handle, you just crank it forward. With the old ones, you would actually tighten the side part here, just tighten it on. Anyway, that right there. This is a $54 reel. If I remember correctly, it's a 3+1 bearing. Yeah, so it's 3+1 bearings, 5:1 gear ratio, pretty standard. It's gonna be 6.4 ounces, which is about average. Now line capacity, I'm pretty sure this is for braid because they sell their own line and it's braid. So 12-pound test, you get 95 yards. 8-pound test, you're gonna get 135 yards. And 6-pound test, you're gonna get 180 yards. Now, I honestly don't know why they don't sell 10, because walleye fishing, I've only used 10 and so many people just use 10-pound test. But again, my friend that has the Drench, Caden, who I fish with a lot, he has the Diesel as well. I really like the Diesel just because, I call it the YouTube reel because nice loud drag. So when I'm filming a video, I want it to be super obnoxious and have it seem like there's a lot more going on than there actually is. If you compare it to a Sienna, which I will pull out here actually. So this is one of my other rods. So this is the 31 medium light meat locker. This is just for smaller tents, flip overs, and just a easier rod to carry around. But this is in the Twilight series, so this is going to be pretty basic. It has the handle you can take off. You can adjust the butts on the bottom, but it's going to be hard to... There's a Sienna. This is the old Sienna. Do not drop my new reel. Sienna, Diesel. Sienna, Diesel. Now it's not fair because this Sienna's been broken in a bit, but shouldn't make much of a difference. The Diesel's a lot louder, and what I really like too was with an all black reel, it looks super good with any kind of line you put on here, especially the high vis yellow. Now for those wondering, when you flip the bail with nicer reels, like more of the Shimano's, you hear like a, what do you even call it? You'll just hear a nice sound on the Diesels, and I'm not bashing the Diesels by any means, but it doesn't have that. I mean, it is a $54 reel, but awesome. That's all you need for a nice fishing reel. So this is going to be staying on my rod for a very long time because with the handle huggers and the Vantablacks, obviously once you put that reel on, it's not coming off. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to pull out the other one here. Make sure I didn't get sent an absolute lemon. And the Diesels, not that most people care, but they have the anti-reverse button here, so if for whatever reason you want to reverse it, I don't know why. The newer reels don't have that just because it's more to break. If you guys are wondering, that's why companies stopped doing that. Anyway, the Diesel has the anti-reverse, not that I'll ever use it, but now this is more so just because I clean a lot of reels. It's all enclosed for the most part, like on the top and on the sides, so you really can't get anything in there, which is nice. And sometimes when you open up the spools, for example, so this is one of my run and gun rods. This is one of the, I can't remember if this is the Medallion or if this is even before that, but this is in one of the first rods that they did. With the Carbon X1000, my PC Fun, as you can see, you're exposed, the inside's exposed. This isn't specifically made for ice fishing, but I use it for ice fishing. I know a few people who do. But something like that is just more subject to getting stuff inside your reel that you don't really want. Whereas with the Diesel, which I really like, it's all enclosed, which is what you want for an ice fishing reel. Let me take this off here. Yeah, so very simple. Just that one piece on top, and then on the inside where your clicker, where your drag is, where the actual drag comes from. Sweet. Love that sound. Nothing on the inside looks too cheap, which is good. Alright, so those are the Diesels. Awesome. I'm hyped. Now the hard thing is just going to be making sure I have it on the rod where I want it, because if I screw it up and I put it too far up from where I want it, or if I put it too far down, then it's gonna be a bit of a problem. And keep in mind, guys, at this time of filming, it is August 9th. We're not even close, well, we're not really close to ice fishing. I'm just so fired up, getting ready. It's never too early to think about ice, especially here in Manitoba, where I have a cabin on Lake Winnipeg, the greatest greenback fishery, or walleye fishery for ice fishing in all of the province. But that is awesome. I'm super hyped. So I'll show you the old rods here that I have. So I have two running gun rods, 50-inch rod, it's a medium. This is perfect for hole hopping. I always told myself that if these ever broke, I would spend the money to get a Vanta Black in this rod, because I absolutely love it. For hole hopping, it's unreal how awesome it is. The only thing is though, with this is it is hard to transport it around and stuff like that. You kind of have to plan around that a little bit. Unreal rods, super nice. They are the most expensive in the lineup though. They're 180 bucks as of right now if you want to get them in the Vanta Black. And also too, as you saw, I have in the graphite the 31 medium light meat locker. And like I said, this is just for inside of smaller flip overs. I have a small clam, or just if I want to have a smaller reel or rod and setup in general, this is perfect. Gets the job done. I usually have a spoon, like a buckshot or a Swedish pimple on here sometimes even. Just a smaller setup. Super nice rod, nice bend. I don't know if you can even see that. Not bad at all. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you learned a little bit about what the Vanta Black rods have to offer. There wasn't really as many Frostbite unboxing videos on YouTube that I thought there would be, so I figured why not pull up the camera and just bring you guys along for me unboxing these two rods. But I am very happy with it so far, and I cannot wait to put on the diesel reels on each of these and just stare at them until the ice comes. And just a side note too, I plan on getting the Otter box for this. Now there is a 40 and a 48 in a deep and a normal ice rod box, but I'm gonna get the 48-inch deep box, and I'll probably do an unboxing when I get that, because that's where I plan to put most of these rods. So my ice fishing setup's pretty dialed right now, I'm not gonna lie. So just stay tuned for that video if I do decide to do that. Also stay tuned for the video if I decide to film me putting on these handle huggers, but honestly, we'll see. I'm not totally sure if I will do that. But that is gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys learned a little bit, and I hope you guys enjoyed me unboxing these. I'm certainly very excited for the ice fishing season, and hopefully you have a little bit more of an understanding of close up what the diesel looks like and what these rods look like. But that is it. Make sure you hit that like button to help out the YouTube algorithm, and hit that subscribe button to be notified for the next video. I'm Nathan Blank, and I'll see you guys in the next one.